Why would I change it? And if I scrub on my eggs every day and I look like this, then I have no complaints. I got on Kobe Services Edit. If you ever go to YouTube and you look at Kobe Services Edit, that's a video that I personally made based on watching this whole entire services. I put all the parts that meant something to me on there. So whenever I want, instead of just going back and watching the services again, then I have to fast forward here, skip this, skip that. I need something I could just watch and zone out to and get in my zone. Because that's what I said. You the services were this, and that. So from the services, I took this, and that. I took what works for me and I added it to my this and that. And that's what gets me going. So whenever I watch the services video, whenever I listen to it, whatever it is that I'm doing that gets me on that video at that time, everything I take from it is all beneficial and motivational. So when I talk about I can help you reach this goal, I can help you reach that goal, it's really about finding what works for you and then running with it. And if you think that nothing works for you, that's when we just get a little bit more detailed, a little more, a little bit more just like, what makes me smile? What makes me laugh? What makes me happy? What makes me sad? Because you have to realize that too. And then once you realize those things, you can start to try to avoid those things. What makes me sad? What makes me angry? When do you feel like fulfillment? What do you love hearing? What do you dislike hearing? This is all new to me. I gotta start putting some of this onto my life. But legit though, if you look at it from that aspect, and then you're gonna think about, okay, yeah, so I wanna be happy, I wanna do this, I wanna do that. And you think about if you did set a goal, let's say you did set a goal, and you do wanna reach that goal, and you have a certain timeline, at least we can start to approach things differently, and hopefully in a better way. So that's a perfect example of taking this, and that out of someone else's this and that, and putting it to your this and that, and seeing what you can make out of it. And then when I was talking about when I could reflect off of old videos, just like an old poem, because I wrote a poem yesterday. So all these, the old school photos, old school videos, old school poems, old school songs, anything that I could freaking reference that I've said or posted or published or whatever it was. If I wrote something today and all it does is sit on my phone forever because I never share it or tell anybody about it, the best that will happen is 2 to 3 years from now, I'm gonna go back and see it again. And then when I go back and see it again, I reflect off of it, and I can reflect off of it and then put it back onto my life as far as, okay, I wrote this day, look what's happened since then. So when I gave that reference, I thought about like how much has changed and how much has not changed. So 3 to 5 years from now, when you hear that story and you're like, damn, it's the same or worse, that's when it starts to hurt. And that's when these things I'm recording, these things that I'm saying, the things that I'm doing are getting put back into life and onto my life.